Think and Grow Rich. YouTube video intro. What if the biggest thing stopping you from becoming successful isn't your money, your background, or your lack of opportunities, but the way you think? Many people have dreams, but only a few turn those dreams into reality. So, what separates successful people from everyone else? In Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill spent years studying some of the most successful people of his time to discover the principles behind their achievements. This book reveals powerful lessons about desire, belief, goals, persistence, and the mindset needed to turn an idea into action. Welcome to MindShelf. In today's video, let's discover the timeless lessons of Think and Grow Rich. About the author. Napoleon Hill was an American author and one of the most influential writers in the field of personal success and self-improvement. He spent years studying successful people and their habits, including famous business leaders of his time. Through his research, he developed powerful ideas about desire, belief, persistence, and goal setting. His most famous book, Think and Grow Rich, has inspired millions of readers to think bigger, build confidence, and turn their goals into action. 1. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Hill insists that a burning desire is the seed of every accomplishment. Most people have wishes, not desires. The difference is intensity and definiteness. He shares the story of Edwin Barnes, who had an intense desire to become a business partner of Thomas Edison. Despite having no money or connections, his obsession eventually made it happen. Hill gives a 6-step formula. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money/goal you want. Determine what you'll give in return. Set a definite date for achieving it. Create a definite plan and start immediately. Write a clear statement of all 4 points above. Read this statement aloud twice daily, morning and night, feeling as if you've already achieved it. This repetition programs the subconscious mind to stay alert to opportunities related to the goal. 2. Faith. Visualizing and believing in your goal. Faith isn't blind belief. Hill describes it as a state of mind that can be induced through self-suggestion. He explains that the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a real experience and one vividly imagined with emotion. So, repeated positive self-talk, combined with strong emotion, essentially convinces the subconscious that the goal is already true, which then influences real-world action and decisions. He also discusses how negative environments, fear, and self-doubt destroy faith, and stresses guarding your mind from negative influences, people, media, self-talk. 3. Autosuggestion. Programming the subconscious. This is the bridge between conscious desire and subconscious action. Hill explains that thoughts, whether positive or negative, that are mixed with strong emotion get planted in the subconscious and eventually influence behavior. Key practices. Hill recommends repeating your written desire statement aloud with feeling. Visualizing yourself already possessing the goal. Creating a quiet space, like before sleep, to focus intensely on your goals without distraction. He warns that this principle is powerful but neutral. It works for negative thoughts, fear, doubt, just as easily as positive ones, so conscious control of your dominant thoughts is essential. 4. Specialized knowledge. Turning knowledge into power. Hill draws a clear line. Knowledge itself is not power, it's only potential power. It becomes real power when organized, applied, and directed toward a definite goal. He criticizes the myth that formal education alone leads to success, pointing out that many wealthy people had limited schooling but deep, applied expertise in their field. He advises 2 paths to gain specialized knowledge: self-education through study, courses, and experience, partnering with or hiring others who have knowledge you lack. This connects to the mastermind principle. 5. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Hill divides imagination into 2 types. Synthetic imagination, rearranging old concepts, ideas, or plans into new combinations. Most business ideas come from this. Nothing is entirely new, but combined differently. Creative imagination, a more intuitive, almost spiritual faculty where new ideas seem to flash into the mind, often when the conscious mind is relaxed or the person is deeply focused on a problem. He argues imagination is like a muscle. The more it's used, the sharper it becomes, and the more it's neglected, the weaker it grows. 6. Organized planning, crystallizing desire into action. This chapter transitions from mindset to strategy. Hill emphasizes building a mastermind group to help design and execute your plan, people who complement your weaknesses. Being ready to face temporary defeat. If a plan fails, replace the plan, not the goal. The importance of leadership qualities if you intend to lead others in your plan. He lists traits like courage, self-control, sense of justice, and decisiveness. He also discusses common causes of failure, like lack of ambition, procrastination, and poor persistence, as things to actively guard against while planning. 7. Decision. The mastery of procrastination. Hill's research found that successful people share a common trait. They decide quickly and change decisions slowly, if at all. Failures, on the other hand, decide slowly and change their minds frequently, often influenced by others' opinions. He tells the story of how the Declaration of Independence required 56 people to make a firm, dangerous decision. Signing it meant risking their lives, yet their decisiveness changed history. The chapter encourages readers to trust their own analysis, avoid being swayed by the opinions of others, and act on well-reasoned decisions without excessive second-guessing. 8. Persistence. The sustained effort. Necessary to induce faith, Hill calls persistence the single most important quality, separating those who succeed from those who don't. He identifies 8 factors that build persistence: definiteness of purpose, desire. Strong desire naturally fuels persistence. Self-reliance, belief in your ability to execute the plan. Definiteness of plans. Accurate knowledge, cooperation, support from others. Willpower habit. Persistence itself becomes a habit through repeated practice. He also lists symptoms of a lack of persistence, like indecision, indifference, blaming others, and the habit of quitting at the first sign of difficulty. Warning readers that most people are ready to throw their aims and purposes overboard at the first sign of opposition. 9. Power of the mastermind. Driving Force Hill defines the mastermind as coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between 2 or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. He explains this isn't just teamwork. It's a psychic, energetic phenomenon where the combined mental output of the group exceeds what any individual could produce alone. Similar to how multiple batteries connected together generate more power than a single one. He cites Andrew Carnegie's mastermind group of steel industry experts as a real example. Carnegie himself credited his fortune largely to the specialized knowledge and coordinated effort of this group, rather than his own individual expertise. 10. The mystery of sex transmutation and the sixth sense. In Hill's original text, this section, often split into 2 chapters, covers sex transmutation. Hill theorized that sexual energy is one of the most powerful human drives, and that highly successful people learn to redirect, transmute, this intense emotional and creative energy into their work, art, or ambition instead of purely physical expression. He believed many great achievers throughout history had this ability. The sixth sense, the culminating principle. Once someone has internalized all 9 previous principles, Hill claims they develop an intuitive, guiding wisdom that helps them make right decisions almost instinctively. He describes it poetically as a connection to accumulated wisdom, or a higher intelligence, functioning like a mental early warning or guidance system built from deep experience and subconscious pattern recognition. So, that's the powerful message of Think and Grow Rich. The biggest lesson from this book is that success begins with a clear goal, a strong belief in yourself, and the courage to take consistent action. Dreams alone won't change your life, but when you combine desire with a plan, persistence, and action, you move closer to turning those dreams into reality. Remember, your current situation does not have to decide your future. The way you think, the decisions you make, and the actions you take every day can shape where you go next. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to MindShelf. Here, we break down powerful books into simple lessons that can help you think better, grow stronger, and build a better life. And before you leave, comment below. What's one big goal you're ready to work for? Thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep taking action. I'll see you in the next video.